We are back indeed because Cal Raleigh is making history, folks. Living history as the 2025 season comes to a close. Less than 2 weeks remaining. What a season it's been for the big dumper, the catcher for the Seattle Mariners. He passes last night Mickey Mantle, everybody.
Wow. That's impressive.
Most switch hitting home runs in a single season.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Whenever you're being mentioned in the breath of one Mickey Mantle, you know you've done something good that year. Mm-hmm. He also didn't stop there. He hits number 55, then hits number 56, and he ties Ken Griffey Jr., one of my childhood heroes, with the Seattle Mariners franchise record in home runs for a single season. So huge historic achievements, and we're not done yet, folks. We got 11 games left to go, I think, something like that.
So he's breaking all the records for the franchise.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's tied it. He hasn't broken it yet. He has broken the switch hitting, which is a major league record for switch hitters.
So the next home run will break the record.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Number 57 will be put him alone on top of the Seattle Mariners food chain. Ken Griffey Jr. hit 56 twice.
Okay.
He also hit 47 and 48 and like 45. And he was the top 5 before this happened. So Cal Raleigh is just making mincemeat out of the list.
Yeah,
he
no
is
kidding.
now tied for first with 2 Ken Griffey Jr. seasons. So I guess you would still say Griffey's still got it, right? Because he did it twice.
Yeah.
But, I mean, obviously, if you do 57 once, you're on top by yourself. The Mariners, by the way, are on a huge winning streak, so we're going to talk about that. And who is the American League MVP this year, Nika? Because there's a heated debate out there. Is it Cal Raleigh or is it Aaron Judge? We're going to talk about it all, but before we get into it, if this is your first time here, please do us a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that alarm bell for our mascot, Frexy. Mm-hmm. See? Doesn't she just inspire you to want to do it?
Yes.
All right, so we mentioned it. We talked about it. Cal Raleigh passes Mickey Mantle, ties Ken Griffey Jr. Mm-hmm. And I just want to ask, before we get into anything else, when you pass Mickey Mantle, does your rookie card automatically pass his in value? Because, boy, oh boy, there would be a lot of people that would be happy about that today, wouldn't there?
Are you one of them?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are some Cal Raleigh cards in the cardboard boxes way back home in the northern suburbs of Illinois somewhere. Not going to tell you exactly where, so you can't find him, anybody. No, it's funny. His rookie card right now on eBay, just a regular vanilla paper issue, goes for about $4.
Cal Raleigh's.
Cal Raleigh's. And if you want a Mickey Mantle in about the same condition, it will cost you about $12.5 million, according to the last auction.
That's because it's been a while.
Well, it's a 75-year difference, give or take. Actually,
Sure.
70. His rookie card was 52. Cal Raleigh's is 2022. So literally 70 years apart. Hilarious.
So maybe in 70 years, Cal Raleigh's rookie card will be
We'll have
worth.
to see how many survive the apocalypse that's coming.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
That's a good
Put
point.
them somewhere safe, folks. You never know when that dust bowl or that apocalypse is going to come and just ruin a bunch of cards.
Good advice.
How high can Cal Raleigh go, Nika? Boy, oh boy. Now that he's at 56, is there more pressure or less pressure on him?
I think there's more pressure because there's still 11 games left.
Yeah.
So he puts the pressure on himself, most likely.
Okay. I mean, I thought these two would be actually the most pressing to get to, because it's like one of them, you break Mickey Mantle's record, and the next one you tie Ken Griffey Jr., like 2 of the most immortalized names in all of baseball history. You're now standing with them. That's so cool. But if you break it down to brass tacks, if you take the schedule out of it, if you just look at the numbers, is he going to break Griffey's record? Can he hit 60? Can he even get close to 63? Can he pass Aaron Judge?
That's 62.
That's 62. Correct. The 63 would be the all-time American League record. Judge has got 48 this year. He's not close to that. But mathematically, when you look at the numbers, Cal Raleigh homers in about 10% of his at-bats. Okay. He's got over 500 at-bats, as you can see on the stats. He's got 56 home runs. So when you do the math, it breaks out to 10.1% right now, literally. And so we have that benchmark to work with. We know there's 11 games left, and we know Cal Raleigh bats second in the order usually. So we can decipher that he's going to get 4 to 5 at-bats a game, depending on how many runs the Mariners score that day and how many batters they send to the plate total. So I just used it arbitrarily and said 4.5 times 11, and you get I forget what the math exactly is, but it came out to around 50 at-bats remaining for Cal Raleigh this season.
Okay.
And so when you look at that, it was 49.5 actually, because it's between 44 and 55. 11 times 4, 11 times 5, 11 times 4.5. 49.5. So I rounded it up to 50, and I then took 10% of that number and got to 5 home runs. So if Cal Raleigh just maintains his normal pace that he's had for the whole season in the final 11 games, he should hit 5 more home runs. That would give him 61 for the season. That would be amazing. I mean, just getting above 60 is amazing. It has to be seen that way. And it can't be like, oh, he didn't pass Judge, so it's not as good. It's amazing. 60 home runs. And then to tie the old record of Roger Maris from 1961, which was interesting because that season is tied to Mickey Mantle so much. They were both chasing down Babe Ruth that year on the same team, Roger Maris and Mickey Mantle. And Roger Maris is the one that wound up doing it, not Mickey Mantle. I think everyone expected the great Mickey Mantle to do it. Roger Maris isn't even a Hall of Famer.
Wow. Well, sometimes you get a good luck.
Yeah, it's just amazing. But he had that record forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, so, and that's how he's remembered by now.
And we just saw Aaron Judge just break it recently. So it stood the test of time. So cool. If he gets to 61, I think that would be more than amazing. I hope he goes on a bender, though, and gets it. Like, I really do. I hope he gets to 60.
Okay.
You know, I know the next one is big because it puts him above Griffey for the Seattle Mariners, but I want Major League history here. I want to see it. I'm rooting for him. That's all. And first is 60. Just to get to 60 would be amazing. And then 63. So go on a bender. You know, crazy things happen in KC. We already saw him hit 2 homers there in the first game. They got 2 more there. Then they go to Houston, and that's going to be nuts. We're going to talk about that in a second. But, man.
You know, the last one will be against the Dodgers.
Yeah. Well, they do play the Dodgers to close out the season.
Yep.
So, we'll see. All right. Is Cal Raleigh okay, before we get into it, I asked the question, is this the single greatest season ever by a catcher? And I don't know that it is yet. I think it's up there. I wish Cal Raleigh was going to win a Gold Glove this year because I think then we would be having that argument. And it's not out of the realm of possibility. He won the Gold Glove last year. And not only that, he won the Platinum Glove, which is the best Gold Glover in your league. So he's a good defender. He just hasn't been as good this year, unfortunately. And if he had put this season together with that season, well, then we might be having the MVP conversation not even be a conversation right now.
And now we do because he is not as good as a defender this season.
While it is a monumental, great home run hitting season, I don't know if it's quite the best season by a catcher because Johnny Bench had great offensive seasons combined with great defensive seasons. Now, not 60 home runs, but still high on base percentage plus slugging, high RBIs. You get it. So I don't know if I want to go there just yet.
Sure, but the MVP conversation is mostly between him and Aaron Judge.
It is. So let's talk about that. Statistically, Judge does have very impressive numbers this year. I'm not going to deny that. However, my argument for Cal Raleigh stems from the fact that Aaron Judge does not wear the heavy catching equipment for 114 games so far this season. And that is a huge monumental toll on your body. I've worn that gear in my life. I know how heavy it is to wear and how uncomfortable it can be at times. And
Sure. And the fact that you have to get out of it every time you do your at bats.
by the time we're all said and done this year, we're going to have a situation where he's probably worn this gear for over 120 games. He's at 114 now with 11 left. He's going to catch 6 of these final 11 games. You can bet your ass at least.
Well,
So,
he will ask to play, definitely, because if he's chasing history, the
Yeah, I
team
mean-
was going to let him play.
I definitely would get him a DH slot or two, especially if you're going to have a first round playoff series
Yeah.
and not get a bye. But we're going to talk about this. I want to keep it on the MVP though right now because this is really a tough one for me. Like I recognize how amazing Judge's numbers are. His OPS is literally almost 200 points higher than Cal Raleigh's. So I recognize that, but I think in order for Cal Raleigh to win the MVP, he needs to get to 60 home runs to convince other people because of the majesticness of the number, right? It's 60. It's such a hard to reach number.
Yeah, and it's a round number too. So
Yeah. I think he just has to at least get there in order to sway some of those East Coast biased voters, right?
absolutely.
All right. So on the other side of all of this, none of this matters if the Mariners don't even make the playoffs, let alone have a strong postseason, in my opinion, because it is such a special season. You want it to feed into more greatness. And we're talking about a team that does not have a World Series championship to their name. With the greatness that's gone through that city, Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, Randy Johnson, those guys were all on the same team together. They're all Hall of Famers, and they all didn't win the championship.
Well, this year is their chance to do it because of Kyle Riley, because of
and
Rodriguez.
Julio is hot since the All-Star break again. Kudos, I don't know how he does it year after year, but I wish he would figure out how to get hot in April one year and put it all together and have a 50 home run season and live up to that promise, because Julio, by his minor league numbers, had some great power and great eyes at the plate.
He probably still does. It's just
It
he
takes
can
time
get
to put it all
right.
together. I'm talking to you, Caleb Williams. Don't listen to the damn media. Another topic for another day. All right, so we are talking about the Mariners and how they are right now. They're in first place by just a half a game. And tonight, Houston plays Texas and Seattle plays Kansas City, and then they play again tomorrow while Houston has an off day.
So they have a chance to.
Go up or go back into a tie, but they got to take care of their own business. And KC, by the way, has fallen 7 games back of the final wild card spot. They, I think, are basically out of it. They're not
Most likely.
mathematically mincemeat yet, but that makes me wonder: are they going to have any energy left the next 2 days against the Mariners? Does that bode in their favor? I think it helps the Mariners out.
It does. It all depends on the mentality of Casey.
Yeah,
if
it
they
does.
think they can make it.
Don't plan on like easy games or
Right.
anything like that, but I think the Mariners can win these next 2 games against a dejected Kansas City Royals
I
team.
mean, they tried last night.
Yeah,
the
and
KC tried.
Texas has a lot more to play for, in my opinion, at this point than the Mariners do. But nevertheless, Houston plays Texas tonight. We'll see how that game fares because Texas is 1 loss away, I feel like, from being out of it.
They are.
They're 3.5 games back right now. And, Boston did them a favor by losing to the A's last night 2-1. But anyways, so the Mariners have the extra game tomorrow, which will bring the 2 teams into an even games total played for the season. Because right now they're off balance a little bit because the Mariners have played 1 less game going in today. That's why the half game discrepancy. Just clearing that up. But I also wanted to say, I do feel like if the Mariners win the division, it will strengthen Cal Raleigh's case for MVP as well. Because at the end of the day, it's about most valuable player to your team. I never bought into this argument that the MVP is just like the best player in the league, so to speak. Because to me, how can you be the most valuable player if your team doesn't finish in first place, or if your team doesn't even make the playoffs, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, there's instances of it in history, and there's been some amazing seasons where it's just, oh, you can't ignore it. Sorry, you know, like even Jordan in basketball would win MVP before he won his rings because he was just so good. I get it, but I don't think this is one of those situations, you know, like I think this is a situation where, you know, Judge and the Yankees are obviously good. They're actually a game better than the Mariners right now. But the Mariners are only 2 games back by my math today of the second wild card spot because the Tigers have not played as well as they have in the first half. They've just been playing like mediocre at best. And because of that, it's now just a 2-game separation between the Mariners and the Tigers. And if the Mariners finish ahead of the Tigers, all of a sudden they get a first round bye and home field in the second round.
They don't play each other for the remaining of the season.
Who?
Mariners and Tigers.
No,
Okay,
they don't. The Mariners, I think they finish with, did I see Colorado and the Dodgers? I don't remember who their third opponent is after the Astros.
Doesn't really matter.
It doesn't, but I mean, it's going to come down to the wire. This is exciting. This is fun. But yeah, I just wanted to say that if even more so, if the Mariners get into a first round bye, I think that even strengthens Cal Raleigh's case even more, you know? So that's all I'm trying to get at is like the better the Mariners finish, I think it will help Cal Raleigh's case. I'm not saying it's the only deciding factor, but I think it helps because I don't think the Yankees are going to catch the Blue Jays. I don't think they're going to win that division. I don't think they're going to get the first round bye. And as great as Judge's numbers are, you know, it didn't lift the entire team to greatness as much as maybe Cal Raleigh's performances did. So that plus wearing the catcher's gear, I think those two things, that will propel Cal Raleigh to be the MVP.
It will, but at the same time, people don't look at it like that. People don't look at how heavy the gear is, that he has to undress and dress every time he goes to the dugout.
Then they need to listen to this show and start watching because they would know that stuff then. And I'm speaking as someone that wore catcher's gear. Even when I was 9, 10, 11 years old, you know, it was heavy. I didn't catch much beyond then because I was a lefty, and left-handers don't catch, you know. It's just, it's one of those weird things. They play first base, but they don't catch.
Or they pitch.
They can't play third base either because it's just too much backwards throwing. So, nevertheless, here we are. 11 games left. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Is Cal Raleigh going to make history? Is he going to hit 60? Is he going to hit 63? Are the Mariners going to win the division? Are they going to pass the Tigers? Who is going to win MVP, Judge or Cal Raleigh? Let us know what you think in the comments below. We're more than happy to argue sports with you.